Hey, what's up YouTube? This is FlexiMan54 bringing you a YouTube video of my latest deck idea for the Gagaga control deck. As you can tell from the previous videos with the Dark Honest 127, I played this kind of a variant version of a Gagaga control deck with the Chaos engine in it. Pretty much it's like any other Chaos control deck. It has 2 Chaos Sorcerers and the 1 BLS. It has a lot of light support and a lot of dark support, so that's pretty much how it follows. So yeah, for the time being, I played this deck for a while, because of the lack of tour guides and such. Now that I finally do have my tour guides, yes, finally, give me a thumbs up for the finally getting the tour guides after all this time. I can finally play a regular deck. This is just a fun deck, but I may play it at like a bigger event, like maybe Nationals of next year, or some other big YCS, because Nationals this year I cannot go at all because money issues, and I didn't actually get my invite because, I didn't play the game as much. So, yeah. So here's my deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy it. For the Gagaga engine, you obviously play the 3 Gagaga Magicians, and then the 2 Gagaga Girl. I still think this is the best way to approach the Gagaga control deck because, this can be manipulated for all your monsters. This one has to have the Gagaga Magician on the field in order to change its level and activate her effect. I mean, you can do Exceed with a level 3 of her, but he's much better for other levels, such as level 6 with the Chaos Sorcerer, level 5s for the level 5 monsters in my deck, and so on and so forth. So that one is more useful than this one, and I really like this combo a lot. And of course, we got the 3 tomatoes to search out pretty much for all my cards, especially for these guys. He's really good in here, but I think for my next deck type, I think I might cut out one of them for another card, or some other card that's more useful. I mean, because 3 sometimes clogged in my hand, and I probably would put one of the 2 guys in here for the Mystic Tomato. And of course we got the 2 Spirit Reapers, sorry. 2 Spirit Reaper because it's a good defense, and it just kind of just sits there if you're really just lacking in monsters, which sometimes this deck does lack if you don't have that much protection for the Gagaga engine. So yeah, I play these in here just for protection and also hand advantage as well, which is really great in this deck, and I really like this in here. And of course we put the 1 Sangan. Now that I got Tour Guide, I can play the 3 Tour Guide plus the Sangan, so he won't be alone. But this is going to be search for the Mystic Tomato as well, so it's just another target. Same thing with the Reaper. And of course we got the light part of the deck is the 2 Thunder King Royal. Pretty much just stop my opponent from using Power Duality, or to special summon their Chaos Dragons from their hand to the field, or to stop 6 Samurais from over special summoning, and then other decks that can just over exceed like crazy. So this is in here for that reason, and he's a 1900 beat stick, and he's actually really useful in here. I like him a lot. I didn't really like him in here before, but once I got used to the new format now with the Chaos Dragons, I kind of liked it a lot in here. So yeah, that's why it's in here. Kind of sucks against Insectors, but then I just take them out for some other stuff. And of course we got the hand engine of the deck is the 3 Effect Failures. He's also a light monster, and since now this whole format's more like with no priority around, this is really useful in here. And of course the last hand trap in here is probably the DD Crow. A lot of people question me about this card because they don't think people like main deck DD Crow in here in the main decks anymore. I do because of the availability for him to be a dark monster, and also because like with Insectors and Chaos Dragons, I like to like manipulate their graveyard and get rid of a monster they may have in there that may help them in the game, such as like Hornets, or like get back a like Pulsar Dragon. So I like to do that. Or against 6 Samurai, they do the double-edged sword technique, get rid of their targets, most likely the Kakamusha they're going to target it. So that's pretty much in here for that manipulative play, and I really like him in here. And I probably will play him in my other decks in the format. I mean, I would rather play Maxi, but yeah, this is actually just as good as Maxi. Maxi just gives you more cards, but in this deck you don't really want to draw cards, so this is good in here for that. And of course, this is another hand trap which nobody really suspected in my locals, is the 1 Phantom Dragon. The reason why he's in here is because he's a level 8 2300 beat stick and can be easily special summoned if your opponent special summons a monster on their side of the field by any means, such as Call the Haunted Monster Reborn, Exceeding, or using Tour Guide, or even reviving it back with the Light Pulsar. it can come back by any means, so it probably gives me more protection for against OTKing, and it also gives me another monster for a level 8 with the Gagaga Magician. And also he's a light target too, so he's really useful for a light target as well. And of course we got the Chaos Engine, we got the 2 Chaos Sorcerers, and then the 1 BLS. Only because like with this format here, these actually give my deck a little bit more of a boost, a little bit more help and reinforcements of actually clearing my opponent's side of the field and providing a high level, a high attack point beat sticks against my opponent. So yeah, this just helps to keep the deck more motivated, more like competitive against other decks. So yeah, and they're really good in here actually for the level 6s and the level 8s. I definitely get the level 8 off really easily. And of course, the last monster here is the Gores, preventing you from getting OTK'd and burned by Chain Strike Burn, because he can actually be special summoned by if there's no other cards in the field and he's in your hand. If you lose life points by a card effect, you can special summon this card and he inflicts the same damage to your opponent. So he's pretty good against Chain Strike, and I really like him in here. On to the spells. We got 3 Pot of Duality for the Draw Engine, and of course the 1 Allure again for the Draw Engine. Again, people question me about the 3 Pot of Duality, and I really like it actually in here because it gives me more versatile, so I don't have to draw my useless Gagaga Magician next turn or Gagaga Girl if I don't need it. It gives me more of an option to search and see the top cards in my deck, so I can actually win the game. And Lure just provides more draw power and sets the plays for the remove and play pile as well. And of course we got the 2 MSTs and then the 1 Heavy Storm for the spell and trap card destruction. Then of course the staples, the Book of Moon, Mind Control, Monster Reborn, and Dark Hole. These are pretty much the staples of this whole deck, and I really like them in here. And of course the 2 spell cards I tried out in this deck and I really like a lot, and I wish I could play it again, is the 2 Instant Fusions. The reason why these are in here, because like in my extra deck I play 3 fusion monsters for 3 different levels, so for different situations, and I really like this in here. It provides more monsters in my graveyard for the Chaos Engine of the deck, and it also provides another way to special summon monsters on my first turn, especially if I just summon Gagaga Magician and I use this card to get another monster and do exceed first turn. So I really like this in here, even though it may cost me 1,000 life points, but I just like it in here because it just gives me more of an option of exceeding quickly. Onto the traps, which is pretty much standard. There's a Solemn Judgment, and then the 2 Solemn Warnings, the staples of the whole format. Of course, the 2 Bottomless as well. Where is it? There it is. 2 Bottomless Trapples for the annoying, decks that play a lot of high power beast sticks. Then the Mirror Force, and then the 1 Call of Haunted. I trimmed it down to 1 from 3 because 3 was just really cloggy, and I like 1 better. But I may take this out in another card in the deck for the Gagaga Revenge coming out next set. And I can't wait for that card to come out to make this deck much better, but we have to see, do some more playtesting. But for now, I'm putting this deck on hold for now because I want to try other decks throughout the summer, and I hope you guys really enjoy those new deck profiles I'm going to make. So this 1 Call Haunted, and I hope the Gagaga Revenge will be better. Sorry if I'm slurring my words a lot. It's just like I'm really tired. Onto the side deck, we got 2 Jinzos. Jinzo, yeah, stops those heavy trap card decks such as Final Countdown, Chain Strike, and Gemini Heroes. Yeah. The reason why it would stop what is it called? Final Countdown is because like a lot of their support is from the trap card lineup, such as the Lost Soul of something, I don't know what it's called, Frozen Soul, whatever. Threatening Roars, Wabaku. This just helps me prevent that from happening. You have to rely more on the Battlefitters and the Scrap Iron Scarecrow. So yeah, this pretty much helps for against those heavy trap card decks. And of course, for Chaos Dragons, you play 1 Electric Virus and then a 1 Victoria. I really like these 2 in here, but I can only choose one card to play, so I put just 1 of each because they both have their ups and downs, and they both have their really versatile plays. So I just play 1 of each because of those different plays I can combo with my monsters. And of course, we play the 2 Kaiku as well. I just recently put this in here because a lot of my decks in the past format that I've been playing, rely mostly on the graveyard. This also prevents your opponent from removing cards from their graveyard, so they can't do any Light Pulsar Dragon, Chaos Sorcerer, or BLS. So that pretty much stuck with them for those Chaos Dragon players. And also allows me to remove stuff too from their graveyard if it does damage. So it just gives me more versatile plays for against those really pesky remove and play decks already. And of course, the last monster of the side deck that I play for against Insectors is the Nickel Mane King. Usually, if I play this face down first turn and they do Hornet and destroy it, this card is destroyed. They just instantly end their turn. They can't really do anything else. So yeah, that's what usually did here. But I might take it out for another card. It worked a couple times, but it's alright. Then we got 2 Forbidden Chalices for those annoying Raikos. That's pretty much it. I really like it here because of the annoying Raikos. Just gives me more plays. And then 2 Prohibitions. Because this is an anti-meta deck, we have to cite in the anti-meta cards in here. And I really like this card in here because of the fact that I can just call any card and pretty much screws up their whole deck. Such as Rescue Rabbit. If I call like Rescue Rabbit or Sabersaurus, basically half their cards in their deck and half the plays they're going to make are pretty much dead. If I call like Evolzar, Legia, or something like that, it's dead. Same thing with dragons. If I call the Eclipse Wyvern, most of their combos are dead because if it's sent to the graveyard, it won't get its effect. That's in here because of that. Then we got the 1 Chaos Trapple. So if I take one of the Psalm ones out, so I can just remove stuff instead of letting them, just destroy the Light Pulsar and get it back next turn. Well, they do that, then I just do like, remove Light Pulsar instead. That's in here because of that. And of course we got the 2 Royal Decrees for those trap heavy decks again. And then we got the Emperor's Holiday because of against the Sectors. What this card does is while this card's face up on the field, it's a continuous trap card. Negate all equipped spells cards. So pretty much it negates like the Insector effects. Even if they're sent to the graveyard, it negates their effects. So that's in there for that. So I might take the, what's it called, the Nickel Mane King for a second one of those. Just so it's not like a risky play. Then for the extra deck, we got the rank 8 Hieratic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopollis. This card comes out like a lot actually, because of the 3000 hitter and destroys card on the field. So yeah, I just like it a lot because of that. Number 11, Big Eye. He's actually really good because it's like a change of heart for free, and yeah, it's mine forever, the monster. 1 Insector Exit Beetle and 1 number 25 Force Focus. This should be the Photon Strike bouncer, but I do not have one at the moment, so it's just isn't here for that reason. The rank 5s that I'm playing right now are the number 12 Crimson Armor Ninja, 1 of Zenmayo, Tyrus, Keeper of the Genesis, and then Adrius, Keeper of what is it called, Armageddon. These are my standard rank 5s in this deck. And of course we play the rank 4s, Mistoki and then Utopia. That's it, because there's not much room in here. Then of course the rank 3s, Levier, and then number 17 Leviathan Dragon. With the many abilities to actually remove stuff from my deck to the graveyard, or remove cards from my graveyard to the RFG pile, this card actually comes in a lot of play, especially if I combo this with the Gagaga Magician, get remove and play, bring it back, and then somehow summon the Gagaga girl on the field, and then do Exceed with that. It makes this deck so much faster, and I really like it in here. And of course, the fusion part of the deck, we play 1 Ojaba Knight, 1 Dark Flare Dragon, and 1 Flame Ghost. Yeah, these are probably the best ones in my deck so far, because he cannot be Bombs Trappled. He maybe changes his parent, but that's it. Bombs Trapple cannot get rid of it, and he's a light target as well. Dark Flare Dragon, only level 4 I have right now. And then Flame Ghost, because it's a level 3 fusion monster, and it's a dark monster, so they can't do super polymerization on these two. They can on this, which kind of sucks with those hero beats, so that's my only weakness in this fusion deck. So those are my fusions for the instant fusion. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Pretty much it's a Gagaga control deck, but with the Chaos engine in it. And I really enjoy playing this deck, and I hope you guys really enjoyed watching my videos with this deck in it. I'm going to make more deck profiles and hopefully more dueling videos too. And my friend 16 Monarchs, actually, go check out his channel. He's actually making more videos than I am right now. But yeah, he's a really good friend of mine, 16monx, and so is Darkhouse127. Check out their channels and, like, give a shout outs to them. Go subscribe to them, and hope you guys see us soon. So remember to rate, subscribe, comment below, and give me a thumbs up for this deck profile video. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace.